I'm not singing. I'll tell you what I'm hearing, and we'll go from there, okay? He keeps doing this. He keeps putting himself beside you. So he's right beside you, right beside you. He keeps showing you that your ears get plugged. So when they show me, like, when it feels like water in my ears, it means that he's been trying to talk to you and you've not been paying attention. So when they grab my wrist and it gets really cold, it means that they can manipulate space. It means that they can do things around to try to show you that they're in your space, okay? So, which is pretty good now that he's got my attention, he's following my rules. I used to do hair for a living. It was much easier than doing this, you know, because I have control issues and I like being right. And I know that that's my issue. But when they're going to come through, I want to make sure that they're giving me all of those things. They're going to show me how they passed. They have to show me their connection. When he shows me with you, oh, your buddy's way on top because it's a similar story. Okay? Okay, no, breathe. Everybody's holding their breath again. Okay, so, you know, are you okay? Is it making sense so far? Okay, so I want to, do you have a piece of paper? I need you to write some things down. Napkins, whatever you got. Thank you very much. So what you gotta do is, you could do this. Good juju, good juju, good juju, so that your people come in next. The problem is I'm trying to avoid singing and he keeps playing the song. So I keep wanting to do one thing and he's wanting me to do another, so we're both button heads because he's just as stubborn as I am. Okay? So he keeps singing that song, you know, oh my God. Okay, so he keeps singing More Than a Feeling. So can you write that down? Do you know what song I'm singing? Thank God.
No, we want to hear you sing it.
I get a glass of wine later. Okay, he keeps singing that song. It's more than a feeling, and he puts me right beside you. Okay, so I just want to. And there's something else that he keeps showing me in here. He keeps apologizing for leaving early, apologizing for leaving early, apologizing for leaving early. There's something too in here that doesn't feel right and about the story and how whatever this accent is doesn't feel right. It feels like there's a half truth in here attached to whatever happened in the story. Drinking water pop with us here. Okay, so he keeps counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Second one, girl, second girl, 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 girl. Okay? Is that resonating down here? Okay. Everybody's eyeballs got big all of a sudden. They're like, what? Okay, so when they start counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it's usually their row of siblings or how many children they have underneath them. Is that making sense for you? Second one, girl. He keeps going second to the girl. Then I feel like throwing up again. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. So is this directly underneath him or beside him? It's directly under, is it not? And he keeps giving me an S name as well too. So you need to write down the S name for me. And then he keeps joking like, does that make sense for you? Are you okay? All right. He keeps, when he comes in and they give me that punch in the arm, it's like this very social, very joking, like he just wants to tease incredibly, like he keeps grabbing my nose, pinching my rump, he's like all over. Honestly, he's okay with pinching my butt, he needs to not make me try puking anymore. I'd rather the butt pinching than the puking. He keeps, okay, so there's a couple of other things that he keeps doing. He keeps wiping his finger across the top of my lip. When they do that, it's usually laughing and joking about facial hair. So he keeps doing this. Don't know what the joke is, but that's attached to somebody that's here because it feels like they've been trying to grow out their facial hair and it looks ridiculous. Directly attached to him, to his side. As long as it's making sense for you, I don't need to make sense. Okay, is it making sense? Okay. The other thing that he keeps showing me. Okay, which way does he want to go? He keeps showing me a wooden rocking chair. I keep seeing the top part to a wooden rocking chair. I'm not sure why I keep seeing that rocking chair, but it feels like it's in the corner of this room. He keeps showing me this rocking chair, and then he starts singing, again, it feels like I'm rocking a baby, so he sticks me in this corner. Don't know why. Does it make sense to you? I need you to write it down anyway, though, okay? And then he keeps showing me like 2:32. It's like 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. 2:32 specifically. Hang tight, he'll sound away. Okay, everybody's holding their breath. I'm sorry. You need to take a deep breath and relax. So when he shows me the 2:32, two things happen. Honestly, he makes one ear feel like it's shoved tight with cotton, and I don't have a cold, but this is like he puts cotton in my ear, and the other ear feels like this swooshing sound, like it's a swooshing. It's not a high pitched tone. It's almost like when the white noise that happens when the TV shuts off. It's that white noise sound. He keeps showing me this, like, but in the middle of the night, it's this 2:32 sound, and it feels really cold, and it's on one side. I don't know who that's happening to, but it's him talking to them in the middle of the night. It's this 2:32. Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay. I wasn't sure. Are you getting pissed off? Are you okay? Okay, sorry. I tend to swear. I try really hard not to. Okay. Okay, so he keeps saying, I love you, and you know that, but he didn't say that enough when he was here. There's something about this in here too. Right at the top of my back. But he's showing me this is your stuff in here, all lower back. It hurts all in here. Does that make sense for you? It's like, yeah, it's all lower back, almost at the top, right in here. Does that make sense? Can you write it down for me, please? It's freezing cold when he freezing cold. So when he passes, must have been like winter, because he keeps showing me that it was really cold. And he keeps saying that nobody was there, so I don't understand what that means. Does that make sense to you? Okay. 2. So it feels, again, he keeps showing me the 2, but this isn't people. This feels like 2 hours, or it feels like there's a length of time as well, 2 4. So what he keeps saying is that when that happened, he wasn't alone, that they took him over, and he didn't, he wasn't alone when he transitioned, and it went quick, and it was peaceful for him. I'm telling you, that lower back, somebody's got that. It's this lower back, it hurts, he keeps bringing it. Because at first I asked him if he was a pain in the ass. He said yes, but that's not what the message is.
He said yes. He said yes.
Yeah, no, he said yes. But he said that's not what the message is. But it's all back here. It's all back here. And he said what it is worrying about where income comes in from. It's worrying about where money's coming in from. This incessant worrying about where money's coming in from. That's your stuff? Okay. In particular, this spot right there. Okay. All right. How are you connected? Did you feel him? I know. Oh, I just connected. He keeps showing me that there's 3 outlets. There's 3 different, you've got your hand in 3 different pots, that you're going in 3 different directions, and he wants you to drop. So, does that make sense? There's 3 different pots, and he keeps going, like you're in 3, so you're going in 3 different directions, and he wants you to just go in 2. There's one that you need to go. It's like here, honestly, it feels like there's water in my ears when he gets in there. How do you mind me asking how you're connected to? Because he puts himself beside you. He's so funny because he shows me these, he shows me diamonds.